Hi, ladies, and welcome back to the Stay at Home Mom Cooking Academy by Daily Foods. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about home cooking safety. And after this lesson, be sure to comment below the video with a 3-sentence summary of what you learned about home cooking safety today. And as always, you can read the full text summary of this lesson in the Stay at Home Mom Cooking Academy textbook PDF. So let's begin. So cooking food can be dangerous, even deadly. There are some basic skills to learn when it comes to cooking food safely for your family. There are 2 areas of concern. The first is kitchen safety, and this includes preventing physical injuries while cooking, such as cutting, burning, or injuring yourself or others, and this is of the utmost importance. So here's a quick overview of kitchen safety taught in professional kitchens, which can be applied to home kitchens as well. So non-slip shoes are recommended, and more professional kitchens are not letting people, including guests and vendors, into the space unless they have non-slip shoes. And there are many types of non-slip shoes available, but the best ones are the ones designed and manufactured for kitchens. Why? Well, the shoes are more water and oil resistant, not only on the sole, but also on the top as well. The next item are cut gloves, and these are not always necessary for home kitchens, but if you have a cut on your hand, you'll want to wear one while cooking. Now, you don't have to wear these, but chef pants are recommended because baggy chef pants are designed to be easily removed in the event of a major spill of things like simmering pasta sauce or hot oil. For minor spills, their baggy nature allows them to be easily lifted off the skin. So imagine what would happen if you spilled hot oil on your thighs, if you were wearing torn jeans, yoga pants, or even shorts. So you can purchase chef pants online or at a restaurant supply store, and they aren't required, but a good option on days when you're cooking a lot. And this same goes for chef coats. So a chef coat is not required for home cooking, but it does serve a purpose for safety, especially if you're cooking a lot on a particular day. Now, knife safety is of the most importance when cooking safely in a kitchen. So a few pointers are knives that are not in active use should be put away and are not left laying around or in a kitchen sink. And generally, knives should not be left laying haphazardly on cutting boards. You want them laying next to the cutting board, either parallel or horizontal. Now, only carry a knife with the handle down by your side and the blade pointing backward. Do not carry knives in bowls or in pans or on top of cutting boards. Just make 2 trips if necessary. Now, call out to others while walking through the kitchen with a knife and hold the knife correctly. Do not use a kitchen knife for opening boxes, cans, or bottles. Only use kitchen scissors instead. And a knife is not to be waved around while talking with your hands or used as a pointer. Now, never put a knife in a dish tub or at the bottom of the sink. And when cutting, watch what you're cutting with your hands. Do not look around, and never pass a knife to someone. Put the knife down and let the other person pick it up. Now, if you need to, just please go back and re-listen to that little section about knife safety because this is probably the most important part of kitchen safety. Now, the next thing that's also very important is kitchen communication. And this is letting others know about something happening or coming by is required in most commercial kitchens. And here's the most common call-outs that people use in commercial kitchens, such as oven opening, and corner indicates that you're walking around a corner, and hot means that you're carrying something hot. Heavy means that you're carrying something heavy through the kitchen, and knife means that you're carrying a knife while walking through the kitchen. Behind means you're walking behind someone. And note that it would be common to use several of these callouts together. For example, hot, behind you. Now, if you're using unfamiliar pieces of equipment, it's definitely recommended to read through the manual rather than suffer from major injury because you didn't know how to actually use the equipment. And don't bypass safety guards on devices. Likewise, if the safety guards and devices are not functional, do not use that piece of equipment. For many people, burns are the second most common injury in kitchens, and burns will happen, just as cutting yourself with a knife will happen. However, like knife cuts, burns can be minimized with some basic safety practices. For example, no horseplay in the kitchen. You don't want to injure yourself or someone else, possibly badly. And assume that ovens and grills and stovetops are all hot. Likewise with sheet pans and pots and pans that are in the kitchen or on the counter instead of in their appropriate storage area. And use the right equipment for working with hot ovens. For example, don't use short tongs to reach into the bottom of a very large pot. And definitely make sure to drink lots of water while you're cooking in the kitchen because even though you might not feel hot, you're probably in a very hot kitchen. Now, next, know how to put out a kitchen fire. This is the best way to deal with a fire is to prevent it from happening. But if it does happen, know that you need to suffocate the fire and eliminate all oxygen going to the fire. Now, the other part of kitchen food safety is preventing foodborne illness. Now, you have to do this because you could actually make people very, very sick if you don't wash and prepare food properly. So make sure that you check out the USDA's food safety guidelines, which definitely give you a lot of information about proper food handling. And I also recommend checking out the ServSafe Food Handler Course because this is actually going to really get you up to speed on how to prepare food safely for your family. All right, well, I hope that you enjoyed this kitchen safety lesson. And for your assignment today, be sure to comment below the video with a 3-sentence summary of what you learned about home kitchen safety. And be sure to check out the PDF document where there's actually even more information about food kitchen safety that I did not go over in this little video today. So thank you for joining me in today's lesson about home cooking safety. And in our next lesson, we'll be going over knife skills. And remember that moms cook over 1,000 meals a year. So be sure to get in the kitchen and bless your family with delicious, healthy, prepared meals. I'll see you in the next lesson.